So in order to keep everything balanced, you need to have the debit side with the same number, right? Everybody? So 1 million deduct 727,500. So what's the number there? Can you calculate for me? What's the number there? Can everybody, you have a calculator? 1 million minus 727,500. So I think it's 22. 222. Am I right?
7.
27.
2715.
271 or 7272?
271500. 2715.
In order to have the both side balance, we need to recognize the debit side 271,500. That is lost. That is lost. But it is not the end yet. We know this is a loss, okay? But that is not the end yet, all right? Because during the past years, we depreciate total 37,500 as expenses. But remember what I said. Depreciation is not really expenses. Depreciation you can deduct every year, no problem. However, by the end of the by the year, in the years your company sell it, you need to pay it back. You need to pay it back. So this 37,500 you need to recapture. You need to recapture.
Okay. 1 year.
Yeah, in 1 year. So you need to put this 37,500 on your tax return. On your tax return. Recapture means when you deposition your property, you need to report on your tax return. Report that, well, even though you have a loss for some certain amount of money as a capital loss, okay? Oh, by the way, some of you took my taxation already, all right? This is loss, say 270,000, this is loss, okay? However, you understand, okay? For tax reason, you want to report this as a regular loss, not capital loss, all right? Because capital loss can only offset capital gain. And very luckily, okay, tax law allow your company to report this as ordinary loss. That really means this 270,000 may reduce your regular profit. Okay, so when we go back to taxation next year, then we will cover this, all right? But another issue I want to remind you is, for depreciation, even though every year you deduct it as expenses, however, in the year when your company sell it, you need to put everything together back as recapture and report in your tax return, and you pay back the tax. Pay back the tax. So the only benefit to report as depreciation is not really as expenses. It's called tax deferral. Tax deferral. You can see, for every year you deduct certain amount of money, right? You took tax benefit already, even though you pay it back, but it's it's interest free. It is interest free. Mean IRS lend you the money. Lend you the money, right? Because if you don't deduct that every year, you cannot reduce your income. But right now, every year you reduce income, reduce your tax, but you don't need to pay interest to IRS. So again, depreciation is really a big issue. You can talk about it. What's the tax benefit and what's the rule under the GAAP? Okay, this is the depreciation. I don't want to get into too much because it's very, very complicated. I want to go to the another issue is called present value. Okay, right now we're gonna leave alone depreciation. We're gonna leave alone capital gain issue. Okay, we're gonna talk about present value. Say for example, your company purchased an equipment. You don't pay everything cash. You only pay, usually your company only pay down payment for finance reason. You want to keep, okay, you want to keep a certain amount of money